Hello, I'm Section 921 Awesome, and today I'm here with Spiderjackangel, and today we're reviewing 1974's Black Christmas. So let's start off with Spiderjackangel. What did you think of the original Black Christmas 1974?
Well, I'm sure I'm probably going to get some hate for this, but I actually had not really watched Black Christmas until this week. I watched the remake before I watched the original. I know not a lot of people are going to like me for saying that, but, you know, in terms of watching it for the first time, I liked it, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to need to watch it once more to fully grasp it, because the fact that when I watched it the first time, I paid attention to it, but however, at the same time, I was a little distracted. But I do admit the storyline was actually pretty good. It was a little confusing at times because the fact that I thought that they were exploring the killer's backstory when basically you saw the one woman that basically had the baby and then the husband that wanted the baby to be, aborted and, stuff like that. I thought they were kind of exploring it, but I just was having a hard time keeping up here and there with, like, what was going on. But I like the fact that there was more than just a sorority house in this film, because the fact that, with the remake, it was mainly focused around the sorority house, where the original, you had the sorority house, you had the police station that was trying to help out these individuals that are trying to figure out who this person is that's calling and harassing them and using very vulgar language to them. I liked it, and I have to say the movie had a very creepy atmosphere to it. It did have some very, disturbing type elements here and there. Yeah. And they used the creepy atmosphere to its full effectiveness. I do give them props for that. I did very much enjoy it.
Yeah, and I think the original 1974 Black Christmas is much more mysterious, and then let's say the remake, because the remake explores the origin of the character and everything, where this one is more like you're there, like you're already there. We're not going to tell you, the character's backstory. You're just basically there, and I think that's probably why you got confused with the whole baby thing, because you were thinking, oh, they're going to tell the origin, right?
But there was was going to just leave the sorority house, the same first person character type person in the remake to die. But I like, when I was watching it, I did try to make little comparisons here and there. I will fully admit that.
Yeah, here's the thing. When I actually saw the remake too, same as you, I actually saw it in the movie theater. So when I went back to watch the original, I was thinking probably the same things as you were. But the thing I really liked about the original, I have to say, is how mysterious they make the character out to be. And I think that gives a really creepy feeling to it, because it kind of makes you feel, you kind of get that feeling like, oh, this could happen. This killer could be somewhere in my house or whatever. You know what I mean? It gives like a very creepy atmosphere to it. And I gotta say, like, I love, like, the performances. I love the comedy relief, because there are some, like, black comedy elements in there, like, like the sorority hidden in the toilet, or whatever you call her, and she's just getting wasted, right? And she has her little alcohol in the Bible and everything, and I really like it, and I really like the reaction to the guy that was the father of one of the sorority sisters that was missing, that got murdered by the Billy in the movie, remember? And I just love his reactions to, like, looking at the posters on the wall and everything. He's, like, horrified. he's like, what the hell is going on in this?
How about the very build up to the creepy first kill?
Oh, like the first kill is really.
I have to admit, I do admit, I did like how the killer in this movie really used the environment to kill people. Like, he wasn't, like, he didn't fully on kill people in terms of kill them loudly when there wasn't noise. There was always some sort of noise that was happening that basically covered up the person screaming, which I did like because it was very stealth-like.
Yeah. I mean, like like they really build it up. Like you see him like I love the point of view shots when he's like climbing, the house to get in, because at that time that was like the first time they ever had a point of view of a killer, basically. And that's, at the time, it was like so original. And I did.
Plus, the other thing that I actually liked in terms of like creepiness is the very, very slow reeling out last shot of the film.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was very creepy. I admit, like, I was just going like, what's going on here? And then they focus that last shot to the attic.
Yeah.
And then they go up the, stairs to the attic, and then you see, like, the bodies of, like, people up there, and then it, like, retracts out to the attic window. That was very cool.
Oh, yeah, and the ending creeps the hell out of me, because when I saw the original, I automatically thought, okay, spoiler alert to anybody that's watching this that hasn't seen Black Christmas. Spoiler alert to anybody that hasn't seen the ending, okay? Stop the video right now and go watch the movie and come back. All right. All right. So, in the ending, it's revealed that the woman's, the sorority woman's boyfriend is not the killer. See, when I saw it, I really thought he was the killer. So that really messed with my brain when I saw that ending. And I think that's why it's so effective. They really build it up to him being the killer. And, like, they pretty much mess with everybody. Like,
plus, how about the one shot in the film where they reveal that the killer is in the house?
Oh, yeah. You mean
that part had me laughing a little bit, because it's like, okay, the call is coming inside the house. You have two options here. The smart one is get the fuck out, or you take the dumb option and be like, I'm going to go investigate it. Hope nothing bad happens.
Yeah.
Most of us would get the fuck out. But this girl's like, I'm going to investigate it and just basically put the call on hold that's warning me to get out of the house.
You could say this is like the movie that started all like the dumb chicks like going up to like investigate the house.
Well, there's been other movies that have done it as well.
There's been a lot.
But still.
But the call coming from that house, that's the cool thing about this movie, because inside the house, where you could say like When a Stranger Calls is more of like a PG version of like this film. Well,
I have never seen either remake or original of When a Stranger Calls.
Well, I'm making that connection because the director Bob Clark actually said that they stole his idea when they made When a Stranger Calls of the killer being in the house. So, but you could say they were kind of inspired by his film, right? So
well, I'll just take your word for it because I have not seen it, so I can't really make that connection.
Oh, and another interesting fact for anybody that's watching this review is that Bob Clark is also the director of A Christmas Story. So, he went from Black Christmas to A Christmas Story. That's pretty funny. It's like, what, Black Christmas to White Christmas. You know what I mean? When I found out he made one of my most cherished what do you say, like different things he can do. Basically, he's not just one-time director that just does a horror film. He can do a family film too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I gotta say, I really enjoy this film. What would you give it out of 10?
Honestly, as of right now, I'd probably give it about an 8.
8? I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I love the entire film, and I even rewatching it now, like I gotta say, like the first time I watched it was the creepiest. The second time I watched it, I just got really into it. Like there's things I didn't notice the first time I watched it around. So I gotta say, but like the first time you watch it, it will creep the shit out of you. You know what I mean? But
the first time watching it does have its slow pacing here and there, and I will say that it does feel at like certain aspects of the movie that it does like kind of slow down, but it slows down for a reason to build up where, you know, it doesn't slow down to basically just, you know, use up time. It actually just slows down to build up, and I'll you know, but that's just a little flaw.
yeah, I mean, it is a slow-paced film, but it's like I mean, the best way to describe it would be like a fireplace. The fireplace starts out with a little fire and it gets really big. That's kind of like Black Christmas. I mean, it's not just gonna like all blow up in your face, kind of like Michael Bay intense. It's like slow.
Well, it's not gonna be like the actual remake of Black Christmas, where basically as soon as the first, you know, kill happens, like everybody else dies like really brutally. Like these kills in this movie are brutal, but they're more stealth-based kills. Like they're more like wrap a bag over the person's head and then kill them, you know, stealthily.
That's also why I think the film has a very creepy feeling to it, because you just know something bad is going to happen. You know that the killer...
Well, sometimes it doesn't happen, which I kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right?
Like the first kill in the movie, I really thought they were going to use the jump scare cat. Like, and then, like, the fact that they didn't do the jump scare cat, the fact that they actually had the killer jump out and kill the person, I thought that was good. So.
All right, so that's our review of Black Christmas, and have an awesome night.
Yep. See y'all later.